Today, let's discuss the questions and answers related to the lesson Poverty as a Challenge. First question, describe how the poverty line is estimated in India. Answer, a person is considered poor if their income or consumption level falls below a given minimum level necessary to fulfill basic needs. This minimum level is called the poverty line. In India, the poverty line is estimated by multiplying the prices of physical quantities like food, clothing, footwear, fuel, light, education, etc. in rupees. The numbers involved in determining the poverty line vary for different years. Also, the poverty line for rural areas is different from that of urban areas because the work, lifestyle and expenses are different for rural and urban areas. Next question. Discuss the major reasons for poverty in India. The major reasons for poverty in the country are the low level of economic development under British colonial rule. The policies of the colonial government ruined traditional handicrafts and discouraged the development of industries like textiles. The spread of the Green Revolution created many job opportunities for the people of the country. Yet they were not sufficient in comparison to the number of job seekers. The unequal distribution of land and resources is another important factor for poverty in India. In order to fulfill social obligations and religious ceremonies, the poor people spending a lot, which results in poverty. Inequality in the income of the people is also a major reason for poverty. Next question. What do you understand by vulnerability to poverty? Vulnerability of poverty means some communities or social groups are more prone to poverty than other sections of the society. Members of a backward caste or individuals, such as a widow or a physically handicapped person, of becoming or remaining poor in the coming years. Vulnerability is determined by the options available to different communities for finding an alternative living in terms of assets, education, health, and job opportunities. Further, it is analyzed on the basis of the greater risk these groups face at the time of natural disasters, earthquakes, tsunami, terrorism, etc. Next question. How is poverty line estimated periodically? The poverty line is estimated periodically, normally every 5 years, by conducting sample surveys. These surveys are carried out by the National Sample Survey Office NSSO. Next question. Why is the calorie requirement of people higher in rural areas compared to urban areas? The calorie requirement of people in rural areas is higher because the rural people are engaged in more physical labor than people in urban areas. Physical labor is more energy consuming than mental work. Next question. What are the achievements of Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act? This is an important act, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, MGNREGA 2005. What are its major achievements? MGNREGA is an anti-poverty measure which was launched in 2005. Its main achievements are the scheme provided employment to 220 crores people, days of employment to 4.78 crore households. The share of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe women present days in the scheme are 23%, 17% and 53% respectively. The average wage increased from 65 in 2006 to 2007 to 132 in 2013 to 14. In March 2018, the wage rate for unskilled manual workers has been revised again state-wise. These were the major achievements of the Act. Next question. Identify the social and economic groups which are most vulnerable to poverty in India. The social groups which are most vulnerable to poverty in India are scheduled caste household, scheduled tribe households. The economic groups which are most vulnerable to poverty in India are rural agricultural labor households, urban casual laborers. Next question. What are the main features of the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005? I told you this act is very important. Earlier we saw the achievements of this act. Now what are the main features of the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005? The main features of the National Rural Employment Act 2005 are as follows. The Act assures 100 days employment every year to every rural household. Sustainable development to address the cause of drought, deforestation and soil erosion. 1/3 of the proposed jobs under this scheme have been reserved for women. Discuss the major reasons of poverty in India. There are a number of causes responsible for the widespread poverty in India. Some of them are low level of economic development under the British rule in India, decline of Indian handicrafts industry which led to unemployment, poverty and misery which were responsible for the low rate of income growth. Social factors like caste system, religious faith and beliefs also kept certain sections of people in society in poverty. High growth rate of population led to a very low per capita income in the country. Huge income inequalities due to unequal distribution of land and other resources. Next, last question. How is illiteracy responsible for poverty in India? Illiteracy is both a cause and effect of poverty in India. It is a social indicator of poverty. Illiterate parents do not understand the importance of education, so they do not send their children to school. Illiterates believe in all kinds of superstitions like the birth of a son is considered auspicious and a must. But in the wait for a son, many daughters are born who are then maltreated and undernourished. This increases the family size and thereby the poverty level of the family.